Last minute COBAW day trip, and I'm driving into this track. It's got no name on it. It's a red track, which is meant to be the hardest stuff on new tracks. And so we came in up the main drag right down Devaney, and this is the first left. May go up and down around, I don't know where, and join onto Stumpy somewhere, but I guess we're about to find out. Let's see. Just gone up that a little bit and had to hang a sharp left. It was quite washed out, and this track is looking pretty rough, as your typical COBAW stuff does. A very rarely used rough track. I don't think I've been up here. I don't think I'm going to fit up here, is what it looks like. It's definitely a good track if you want a challenge, but with boulders the size of that one, so it's going to be loose. You can see it's not very wide getting between even here and, you know, that big stuff there. You just squeezing, pinching tires going through there, and then it just goes up. Very narrow up there too. That's barely a track. Comp track stuff, huh? So literally that's Devaney's road there, and we've taken that left up there, and that's that hectic looking section up there. I think we'll give it a miss till we got a comp truck. 1 or 2 cars only, 3 people in each car to do the winching. Now I've got to reverse. And that's what it looks like at the bottom. Just reversed down probably 50 metres, trying to stay out of this stuff. Managed to stay out of it, keeping the tyres up there. Good entertainment. Let's find a track. I think this is the COBAW update. That's Stumpy track going down from Devaney's, and this is Stumpy track going up. So it looks like they've closed it. I had heard from someone that it was getting a bit average. Good track, but yeah, disused and closed, mate. A lot of areas like this, that's what's going to happen. It's all going to get closed up. Bada bing, bada boom. Get out and use it while you can. And that is the bottom end of Stumpy. Closed as well.
Yeah, well, much more capable car than 120, no doubt about that.
Alright, we're heading up Pole track. As you head up a bit, there's an option to go left, and then the one to stay right. Then it splits again, and we've opted to go left up the hill. It's quite sandy, loose ground. There's a massive washout on the left. Check it out. Just up here on the right, it looks like they've blocked the continuation of that track. Once again, tree stumps, big boulders blocking the track, so we'll continue round, but maybe there's another way. Oh yeah, that's the other way you would have come up, and we've got a right turn here. The next track. We came out of Pole track, I can confirm. Easy drive, call it medium at the moment, like it says on the map, blue line. No dramas. Hang a right again onto, what's that main road called? Ridge Road, and straight away left into this track. It's black going in, and then it goes to red. We're going to hang a right once we get to the red intersection. See what happens. All right, big boulder to dodge. Over here in the middle of the track, big drop off. Steep track, bit of a holding on the right, so I'll try and pick it through, but we've got a big boulder right under the right hand front with a drop off as well, so we might get a crunch. Let's see. That's all right, beautiful. Bit of skidding, it's very steep, washed out, bit of sliding, bit of loose dusty stuff around. So you come down there. I remember many years ago in here, coming out this track, it was just a bit steep and rutted, so it's a little bit deteriorated since. And we always came from down here from the left, so I think we sort of went, oh, you know, we've had enough, let's go try a new track, and got out before the going got tough. Turn right down here, red track, will be fun. Getting a bit sideways in this track, that for sure. steer into it a bit. It's a very washed out track. A lot of flex going on. I've got wheels in the air now. Gonna get our feet back on the ground soon, hopefully. There is a chicken track around it. What's this called? Let me have a look. What's it called? It's called Link Track. It's the red one. We're about halfway along it. Bit of a chicken track on the right. Might get some footage of them coming through, eh? That's the one. Bit of full driving out in COBAW. We'll get there eventually to the harder stuff. But you got to sort through the tracks, and it's good for everyone to know which ones suit you. The easier ones, the harder ones. Oh, he hasn't got, yeah, he's got heavy duty side steps, that's it. A bit of angle on that, that's where I was before. Beautiful. Oh, the power steering, the pressure on the power steering, have a listen to it. Look at the flex on that, mate. Bit of another one here, but not too bad. Just get through it and don't think about it. Oh, 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 oh. A few wheels in the air. Always rougher and steeper and more washed out than the cameras show you. Get down, have a crack. We were just saying that red section, Link Track, was more of a sort of bluey black, you know, medium difficult sections, but not that difficult. Now we're going on to, I'm not sure what we're going on to. Is this, I don't know, I'll get onto it and tell you the name of it. Round to the right. There's a heap of ruts here, but then there's a couple of tracks. There's this one. Link Track goes back that way. Natives is to the left, which I think we might have come up another time. Interesting. And then the ones that I've only got, I've come out of there. Natives is on the right also. Alright, so I've got to work out which way I'm going for today. There's a chicken track around this, but we're going up this track and I can drive straight through it, so let's give it a crack, eh? So we're crossing Natives track is what I've worked out, and we've certainly been on that before, but whereabouts, left, right, up, down, I'm not sure. Bit of a low tree, risk it for the biscuit. I think we're going to fit. Oh, I've got that bar there. Oh, must have literally just scraped through. There is a chicken track around it. Rocking and rolling, tipping and turning, wheels in the air all over the joint. These heavily washed out tracks, bloody awesome. Lots of different lines you can take. Nothing wrong with a bit of a Captain Risky every now and then when you got the bush bashers. I just drove down here and it was fun. I thought I'd be smart, instead of driving up the top here where all the chickens do, and I'll drive down the bit behind where he is now. And then when I got to here, I thought I'd be smart and I'd come out of it here to this side, but didn't work out. That just straight down the middle, and man, that was the most sideways I've ever been. And it's a really safe place to get your practice doing that, because it's pretty flat ground here. It's just a massive washout that puts you up on some big angles. Let's see which way he tackles it. There's so many different lines you can choose here. Wheel spin on the right rear there. And a bit of a wheel in the air. Good to get your wheels back on the ground sometimes, sooner or later. I'd say that other side's up in the air pretty high at the moment. Nice. We came out of Boyles, that was good, made a few turns. Now we're heading into Camp Track, which may have some options off it further up. Planned burn. Alright, let's head up here and see what we can find. Alright, this is Camp Track for the first kilometre. They've cleaned it up, ready for a burn, I think, is what the sign says. They've put all this rock down, and it's like a good condition dirt road, gravel road. unrecognisable camp track. Absolutely unrecognisable. Right, so we come up to this intersection on it's a camp track. You're nearly out to the other end. It's a black track on the right because it's got a name on it. It does further down. Let me see if I can zoom it. Soil pit. Oh yeah, soil pit's all right. Let's see how it goes. But I've been out here a lot, but it's hard to remember all the track names, which one's which. And you come here a few years later and they've all changed and it's all graded, or it's not usually graded. They don't do any maintenance out here usually. This is the most I've ever seen. Fixing the tracks up or closing the tracks up is what I'll call this trip. Actually, COBAW, closing the tracks up or fixing the tracks up, and that's it. Anyway, I reckon we came out of track. I reckon we came up a hill. We came along a flat, washed out area. It was fun. Then we came up a hill. It was fun. We came out somewhere like this, but I'm not sure. I'm not thinking that hard. But we'll just follow the map and see what happens. It's starting to come back to me. I'm pretty sure this track is one we did in another video, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Came out here with someone. I think I know his name. I know where I should know. I know him well enough. Is it Brett? Something like that. Anyway, 120, white 120. He texted me not that long ago about rack bushes on the 120. They're all chopped out. Never seen anything like it. I guess maybe it had an aftermarket rack or something. Can't quite explain it. But I remember coming back down this towards the end of the track. And last time we did most of this track, it was uphill on the other side of this hill, but this time we're going down it. But this is good fun for sure. I better get a locker out, huh? Oh no, here we go. Smelled a bit of rubber there. I think this is where the track goes. Yeah, it's like gets to the point where you can't really see where the track goes too well. Yeah, I remember coming up this thinking that's one steep, rough, rocky hill, but it's not as bad as the one at the start of this video or the previous video, which depending how many videos, I might just make one long video out of this day. What do you reckon? Big long one for everyone. Anyway, hopefully it hasn't got too bad, too much more eroded out further down here, because you know, going down a hill this steep and rough, you're committed. It's not like you're going to reverse out or turn around. Well, things down here are definitely looking more sinister, and I say sinister because you're going to need your sinister off-road heavy-duty side steps coming down this track, I reckon. Just take it slow. There's a big boulder in front of me. I've got to try and get around, and then trying to fit between another one. See the tyre rub here. Now what, I might just try and bring my right rear over the top of that one. There you go. Climbing over something on the left that I forgot about. That'd be sinister. Too many things. There's too many rocks, boulders and obstacles to remember what's going on. Hectic. One big long boring video for those people that want to learn. Yeah, low range, first gear, diff locks on, tyre pressure's about 20. I'm just sitting on the brakes. Pretty much we've got dry conditions. I wouldn't bother coming out here in the wet, because coming up a hill like this, you're just going to spin your wheels and bounce around and end up breaking something. Or if you don't break something, extra wear and tear on the vehicles, extra wear on the tear on the tracks, then they just close the tracks because they get destroyed, and then we've all got nothing. So just look after them where possible. I mean, I know it's not always possible, things don't go to plan, but pick your line. Don't look at all the rough stuff, just ignore that. Just pick the smoothest line through and think about the underbody of the vehicle, the tyres, the things you need to protect underneath, what you want to dodge to protect the components underneath. On the Hilux, the only thing I can really think of, other than really bad luck, is the fuel tank, the plastic with a plastic guard on it. It does pretty well. I haven't ripped the guard or anything off yet, but I try and drive nice and smooth and gentle. As smooth as you can on a track like this anyway. Hey Nigel, if you're still watching, thanks for these tyres, mate. They're beautiful. I did buy a tube of some sort of dodgy rubber cement, eBay special. And I thought I'd give it a try to glue that rubber down, because it looks a bit exposed once you pull it back. And that tyre, it's like nearly full tread, so you know, it's not a tyre that I want to lose. Could end up with a heap of plugs in the sidewall if it happens, because just track tyres, I guess. Anthony's driving lessons. Bit of a predicament here. This looks quite sideways to come down here. We stay up there, we get sideways over there. Lines to pick, the chicken tracks over there. Nah, not doing that.
Here we go. Looks like a roller coaster ride. Here we go.
All right, this is where I was pushing the bead off a little bit to get down there, because I came around here and I was up on this high ground, and it's just a recipe for a lot of sidewaysness, so I backed it up and chose to go in just here. Oh, that's it. Hey, you probably can't turn. You're gonna drop off here? Slow. That'll do it. We got down the end of that black section and we're down where it says on new tracks in blue soil pit track, and we took the left turn and we're going on to a red track. Not sure if that's soil pit or something else, but red's meant to be the hardest, so risk it for the biscuit and let's go and have a look. Well, this track's turned into a disaster. It's only 1:30, but I'm already getting that afternoon sun going behind the hills feeling, and I know what not to do at the shorter days time of the year. So I've made the call, we're going to turn around and go back up, because that'll be a bit of fun anyway, up this track. Up this chicken track on the side of this track. See how we go. We're back to the intersection where we came down the black track named Soil Pit Track. Where it intersects with the blue track named Soil Pit Track and the red one off the side. Red one went down a few hundred meters, a few obstacles, and we got to the point of, I looked up the hill at the other side, there's these big boulders. I went, you're dreaming, mate. That's a 9 AM track, not a, we'll call it a 2 PM track in winter. No good, mate. So now we're headed back down the blue Soil Pit Track, see how that goes. And that is it for the day. Bada bing, bada boom, baby.